Here's how the Lakers could trade for San Antonio Spurs DeMar DeRozan.
The Los Angeles Lakers are going to have a busy offseason. After losing in the first round of the NBA playoffs for the first time in his career, LeBron James will be motivated to return to contender status next season. The front office will as well, and they will assuredly be aggressive in doing so. While many fans hold out hope that the organization can snag a star who wants to get traded to a new situation, like Anthony Davis 2 years ago, the team just doesn't have the assets to compete with other offers around the league. That means they will have to get creative when upgrading the roster. One way they can do that is via a sign and trade. While a sign and trade would hard cap the Lakers, it is likely the easiest way to upgrade the roster, as they will not have the cap space to land impact players in NBA free agency. One player that could be a target for them is Demar DeRozan, and he's already been linked in NBA trade rumors. The San Antonio Spurs leading man is heading into NBA free agency, and the soon-to-be 32-year-old represents an intriguing target for Los Angeles. It would be a homecoming of sorts for the Compton native who also played collegiately at USC. With the two organizations heading in different directions, as the Lakers are in win-now mode and the Spurs could be looking at embracing starting anew around some younger players, this could be a match. Let's take a look at the hypothetical trade between the Los Angeles Lakers and San Antonio Spurs. Los Angeles Lakers received DeMar DeRozan. San Antonio Spurs received Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, and number 22 pick in 2021 NBA Draft. This hypothetical trade is one that gives both teams exactly what they are looking for. The San Antonio Spurs can get some value in return for DeMar DeRozan via sign and trade instead of seeing him walk for nothing in NBA free agency. The Los Angeles Lakers get another strong player that helps their goal of winning now. For San Antonio, they are getting a player close to their timeline in Kyle Kuzma that can immediately step into DeRozan's role in the starting lineup. While not yet fully developed as a playmaker, Kuzma has shown flashes in his ability to create offense for others, something DeRozan evolved into, as he was more often than not the lead initiator of the offense. There are some things the former Utah product could still improve upon, such as his three-point shooting consistency. But given his improvements defensively and the track record San Antonio has developing players, they could unlock some potential Kuzma was unable to tap into while with the Lakers. In Harrell, San Antonio is getting an expiring contract they could use to help facilitate other deals. While not a prototypical Greg Popovich center, his energy and rim-running ability are something every team can find spot minutes for. The first-round pick is what really entices the Spurs here, as they would be getting another crack at finding a diamond in the rough late in the first round. There is arguably no better organization than evaluating and unearthing talent than San Antonio. While the Spurs could be happy with their haul, let's look at how this trade makes sense for the Los Angeles Lakers. Does this make sense for the Los Angeles Lakers? At first glance, this is a trade that some would argue doesn't help the Lakers enough. Their three-point shooting was a real issue during the 2020-2021 season, and DeMar DeRozan would do nothing to help that. He is a career 28.1% shooter from distance and made only 19 all of last season. However, the Lakers have the ultimate frontcourt weapon in Anthony Davis that should help alleviate some of the floor spacing concerns. LeBron James is an improved three-point shooter, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is a proven sniper. Adding a pure shooter at the point guard position should give Los Angeles enough floor spacing with its starting unit. Where DeRozan will help the Lakers is in taking pressure off of LeBron James in the playmaking department. He would essentially take over that role from Dennis Schroeder, who looks likely to depart this offseason after declining a 4-year offer worth north of $80 million. DeRozan is also a bona fide scorer, giving the Lakers a legitimate third option on offense. Frank Vogel could run his offense through DeRozan when LeBron James and Anthony Davis are resting on the bench or taking a night off. It may be clunky at the start, as Davis also likes to operate from the elbow, but just knowing there is another player fully capable of creating his own offense on the court should help improve the team on that side of the ball. Availability is the best skill in the NBA, and DeRozan would also provide that. He has missed double-digit games only twice in his career, once being the most recent COVID-19 impacted season in which the Spurs strategically were sitting players at some points in the season. Given the injuries Los Angeles dealt with this season, knowing you can basically pencil a player in for 75-plus appearances would be ideal. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.